Welcome to yet another video from CEZOR. Today we are taking a look at the TEG Technology and Gadgets Devastator mechanical keyboard. This is a 6-row multicolor mechanical keyboard starting from red, green, amber, blue, white and purple, falling from up to down. Now this keyboard also has RGB illumination on the sides. It's not much, but it's pretty decent enough. And when we look at the keyboard construction, it has a plastic ABS body underneath, and also the top surface is also plastic ABS. It has silver edge outline to it to give you could say a shiny little bling to it. The keyboard feet, as you can see, it has the padding with it, as well as the base of the keyboard has padding too, if you choose to use them or not. Looking at the keycaps, the keycaps are basic keycaps that you see, and it has a large, very different kind of non-standard fonts on it. Maybe similar to something like gaming or just just good enough for you to see it. But it's not. It's all right. It's not that great a font that as you compare with other keyboards. Looking at the function keys has multimedia shortcuts like a media player and volume decrease, increase, and mute, along with the stop button, the back, the play, pause, and the front and forward. Moreover, if you see, you have the internet mail. You have the Internet Explorer or your default web browser, and a lock function and the calculator function for use of access. We also see that this particular keyboard has a braided USB cable, so there's much strength in that and not much tangling that you see over there. The keyboard also has a detachable plastic wrist rest that you can see, and it gets fitted by 2 screws like so. Now focusing on to the type of switches that this keyboard has. The keyboard has Outemu blue switches which are tactile and clicky, and I can show you how it sounds by doing this keyboard test. Alright, now we are going to check the RGB effects of the keyboard. Now how this is done is very simple. It is done by pressing the function button, and we start off with the insert button over here, which gives you a wave, sinusoidal wave type effect. Then we can toggle by pressing the insert button again, so it gives you a smaller sinusoidal, and if you do it again, it gives you a big one. Now we press the function button and delete button underneath it, gives a little flow from left to right, and we press this again and gives full illumination like before. Then we press function and delete again to give a more fluid motion from left to right again. Now that when we press function and end, it will give us WASD 1 2 3 4 as a default. But this is also programmable. Now how do you program this? Suppose if you want certain keys illuminated, like let's say R, so we press the function button again and press the end button again. So what happens is all these 4 lights are blinking. That means that now you can program the keyboard for whatever key illumination you want. Let's say R, I want M for map, and B maybe for this, and probably I want my space bar and control shift, and of course maybe I want to add, let's say 5, so, and probably maybe P for whatever reasons. So once this is done, you can just press function and end again and lock that, so these lights stop blinking. Now once these lights stop blinking, then you can see that your preset programs will be illuminated. Now if you want to get into, let's say you're in an earlier mode like so, like let's say you're in this mode, now you want to get it back into the programmable mode, just press, or the game mode as people generally refer to it as function and end. So you'll get the last settings that you have entered. And yeah, now moving on to function and home button, which will give you just back to the elimination. So it's kind of like an exit thing that you have, because that's the only effect that you get. In home, it's strobing or pulsating, as you would normally call it in RGB terms. Okay, now for more settings, you press function and page down, so you get the illumination when you press the keycaps like F, D, S, G, H. Just a basic function. Now if you go page down again, it's the same thing. So that's one effect only. Then press function and press page up. You get again the key pressing RGB function or LED function, where you press the one single button and you can see it sort of gives you the outward effect. You press function and page up again, then you get pretty much the same thing. So you just have two effects here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 around effects that you have got for your LED, maybe up to 8 or something. This is what I see. Right, now we'll go back to the standard ones, which is the wave effect, but I believe this is much better, and that is for the RGB effects of this keyboard. That's it. It's a budget keyboard, and pretty much that's all you're going to get out of it. Do share to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon for more updates from the CEZOR studio, and I'll catch you in the next one.